Another handy tool for IDing during a BioBlitz is the Inaturalist app. This is a free app that you at home can download onto any smartphone that will help you doing field observations while you're performing a BioBlitz. All you have to do is first find an organism, this lovely oak tree here. Then you just record any and all observations that you make. They can be about the bark, some of the leaves, even some oak galls that you find around the tree. And what you do with the Inaturalist app is you can either take a picture or just record data that you see. So for example, I see that these leaves are round and lobed, green and deciduous. You can include those in your observation and upload them onto Inaturalist. Another great thing about Inaturalist is that it doesn't require a smartphone to still access the really incredible tools that it has available. Simply go to inaturalist.org on any device, laptop, anything with internet access, and you can start to explore all the really cool things that Inaturalist has to offer. I'm going to go ahead and show off some of those. So here's the homepage. You can see it's got a nice walkthrough of how it works. Nature at your fingertips. Works on all devices, and it's a really incredible community tool that a lot of people around the world use. And I'm going to show you one of the really cool things it has through this Explore tab, which brings up all the observations being made around the world. So you can see here all these little orange dots and shaded patches are observations. Over 47.5 million have been made through Inaturalist. So in order to narrow this down, I'm going to go over here and click Find Your Location. I'm currently in Ashland, so that's where it's going to take me. And all these little pins and dots are observations, so I'm going to click on one. And spiders. You can click on another over here. We've got a vine maple. And this is something that I encourage you at home to explore with and play around with, because there's a lot of cool things that you can discover just by clicking through. Got a list on the side of observations that have been made today. Someone saw a gray heron. And it's just a really cool tool to see what's going on in your area and around the world. And speaking of which, another great aspect of Inaturalist is this community area. So you've got people. It keeps track of who has made the most identifications in August of 2020, who's found the most species, made the most general observations. In the year, it's got some really cool features. Notable curators, just a lot of people that have been making observations. You can find them through Inaturalist. You can also come to the projects page, which I'll talk about a little bit more in a minute. You can see all these projects that people have been working on using Inaturalist around the world. Another cool parts are you can click over here for more information on different species and their taxa, so you can get taxonomic information. So here we have the taxa. You can see information on all different kinds of animals, plants, insects, invertebrates, everything. You can find guides on places, guides on how to find things, different places. There's just a ton of information available to the public. And as you can see here, you don't need to have an account to access all this information. It's fairly easy to make an account. All you need is a Facebook or Gmail account, and you can automatically sign in, or you can just create one really fast. It's fairly easy. And one benefit to having an account is what I want to show off right now. So for Fall in the Field, we have created a Fall in the Field BioBlitz project through Inaturalist. So if you go to the search, you can type in Fall in the Field. If you search for it, you can find the Fall in the Field 2020 BioBlitz. And it hasn't started yet. We're running it from the months of September and October. And we've got a nice information page, and it's going to be for students and their families at home in the Rogue Valley to find and record any observations that they can or want to. And we're going to compile all that data, and we're going to put it together through this project, and we're going to see and build this community of how students and their families are getting out in the world and exploring and making observations. I'm going to compile that all together and create this really awesome community for it. And we really hope that you watching this video are able to contribute and make observations however you can. The observations are only casual. We're not having any requirements for observation level. It's just whatever you're able to contribute, we welcome it.